barakatuhu, and Jazakallah for joining us for the fourth installment of Newsroom. My name is Abad Kabir Suhail, reporting live from Dallas, Texas. Howdy, partner. Yeehaw! On our broadcast today, we'll take a look at updates from across the country. This year, the Majlis has strong emphasis on Ta'aleem and Tarbiyat of Atfal across the U.S. Moreover, we'll examine the monthly reports, which include the number of Atfal who read 5 daily prayers, recited the Holy Quran and its translation, and how many Atfal wrote letters to Hazur. Inshallah, many new initiatives will be kicked off within the next month. The following is the report for April. By the grace of Allah, the number of Atfal attending Atfal classes in April has skyrocketed from 360 in March to 510 in April. 320 Atfal read their 5 daily prayers. 298 Atfal read the Holy Quran daily, and 145 read the translation. 197 Atfal wrote letters to Hazur. Across the U.S., 13 majalis held a minimum of 2 sports activities, and approximately 286 Atfal took part in sports. 178 Atfal participated in Waqar Amal with a total of 968 man-hours. In Khidmat al-Khalq, a total of 66 hours of volunteer work was performed. The following is the report for May. This month, 541 Atfal were reported to have participated in the fall classes, about 30 more when compared to last month. 251 Atfal read their 5 daily prayers. Again, we'd like to emphasize the importance of Atfal praying 5 times a day. 312 recited the Holy Quran, and 98 read the translation. This is vitally important in understanding our existence and represents the fountainhead of divine guidance for every Muslim. Only 140 Atfal wrote letters to Hazur. This month, 20 majalis held at least 2 sports events, a bump up from last month, mashallah. Also, 461 Atfal were reported to have participated in the sports events. Moving on to Isha'at, 5 Atfal wrote articles in newspapers through Majlis Ansar Sultan al-Qalam. Next, Waqar Amal participation increased greatly to 224 and 1,719 hours, and an impressive 206 hours for volunteer work was performed. And now, let's talk about the rising star tifl of Majlis, Atfalul Ahmadiyya USA. For this month, Khalid Antowi from Fort Worth, Texas, has been chosen as the rising star of Atfal from across America. Assalamu alaikum, Khalid. How do you feel about achieving this title?
I'm very honored to achieve this title, and most of all, I'd like to thank Allah for giving me the opportunity to achieve this award.
That's very nice. Tell us a bit about your family.
Well, I live here in Texas with my mother, my father, and my little brother. And my parents are originally from Ghana, and we've been living here in Texas for about 14 years.
Great family. Very nice. How do you feel being part of Majlis Atfalul Ahmadiyya USA?
Most of all, I enjoy being part of Majlis Atfal Ahmadiyya because I enjoy most of the programs that we do. I enjoy helping the community, and I also enjoy being around all the people I get to be around, and all my fellow Atfal brothers. They're kind of like a family to me as well.
That's very good to hear. Now, tell us something about your local Majlis.
Well, I'm part of the Fort Worth Majlis, and we've been around for almost 4 years now. So even though we are a small Majlis, we feel more like a family together, and we're still working on getting a place, but we're a very nice Majlis.
That's awesome. Finally, what would you like to say to our viewers who are watching this in more than 110 countries around the world?
Well, I'd like to tell them that we know as Ahmadis, the way we've been brought up, we know the right thing to do, we know right and wrong. So we should always strive to do the right thing, even though sometimes we may not think people are watching us, but you never know when people are going to be watching.
Jazakallah for sharing your thoughts with us tonight. You are a true inspiration for all Ahmadi Muslim boys here in the US of A. Keep up the good work and best of luck in all your endeavors. Wishing you all the best. The Nusrat Mosque inauguration on Saturday, May 23, 2015 took place in Coon Rapids, Minnesota, and was a tremendous success by Allah's sheer grace and mercy. Alhamdulillah. Congressman Keith Ellison, who is from Minnesota, delivered keynote and stayed for several hours. He took several interviews as well. Some key quotes from his excellent speech. This is the community that comes to mind when I say Islam is a religion of peace. There are some sects you can't say that about, but you can with Ahmadi Muslims. The footprint of Nusrat Mosque will show Minnesota what an important and valuable neighbor the Ahmadi Muslim community will be. In addition, the event drew 5 Minnesota state senators and representatives, 2 local police chiefs, representatives from U.S. Senator Al Franken, who also presented a proclamation, and U.S. Congressman Tom Emmer. The turnout of public officials exceeded all expectations. The state governor for Minnesota, Mark Dayton, also sent his message, which was read out by his representative. Several local and state governmental dignitaries addressed the gathering. Over 10 media outlets covered the event. Star Tribune, largest paper in Minnesota, had several stories and video gallery coverage. Several other local news outlets ran stories, including CBS. Maulana Naseem Mahdi Sahib, the National Vice President and Missionary in charge of Ahmadi Muslim Community USA, and other Jamaat dignitaries also delivered excellent speeches. More than 1.3 million people received the message of the promised Messiah, Hazrat Mirza Ghulam Ahmad alayhi Islam, through the inauguration of this blessed mosque. All in all, the Minnesota Jamaat, whose workers, men, women, and children, worked extremely hard, reaped huge blessings. Alhamdulillah. May Allah nurture the seeds that have been planted in the Nusrat Mosque, inshallah. And now, a brief report on Friday sermons of Hazrat Khalifatul Masih V, Ayadahullahu Ta'ala bin Nasrul Aziz. Our beloved Huzur, Hazrat Mirza Masroor Ahmad Sahib, Ayadahullahu Ta'ala bin Nasrul Aziz, delivered 4 Friday sermons and 5 during the months of April and May, respectively. These sermons were watched and listened to live by millions of Ahmadi Muslims in more than 206 countries of the world. We highly encourage our viewers, young and old alike, to watch these sermons and benefit from the true teachings of Islam. You can watch these sermons through the official website of Ahmadiyya Muslim Community, www.alislam.org. The exact link is provided in the description box down below. In the end, let me remind you that if anyone has questions, please send them to ann@atfalusa.org to be answered on our show, Ask Imam, where a Muslim Imam will answer your questions, which can be viewed on our ANN YouTube channel. Follow us on YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. Our account infos are shared here once again. Alright, y'all. Assalamu alaikum. Peace be upon you all. I am your host, Ibad, signing out. Stay cool, my friends.